Hello everyone and welcome back to our course. In this lecture, we are continuing our project and we are going to learn how we can visualize the data set of cryptocurrency that we loaded in. So I'm going to create a new code cell here, and first I'm going to have to import a plotting library to help me with the plotting. I'm going to import Matplotlib and specifically its subplot library known as pyplot. So I'm going to import matplotlib.pyplot, and I can refer to it as pyplot for short with this keyword as pyplot. All right, now I can put to use the pyplot library. This library is very commonly used for building out graphs, charts, histograms, and more. All right, so I am going to use my data frame, and I'm going to call setIndex and use the DS or date column as the index. Then I can call the plot function. Then I can call pyplot.show, and that is going to show me a plot using that data frame. Let me hit run on this code cell and we'll see our results. Okay, we can see here on the Y we have the price of the crypto, and on the X we have the date. We can make the plot a little larger to make it easier to see, so I'll pass in here a fig size. This is a pair of numbers. First, the size on the X, let's do 20, and then the size on the Y, let's do 10. Then if I rerun this code cell, okay, now look at that. My graph is a lot larger. And now we can actually see the dates. So we don't see every single date this time. We just see several increments. For example, beginning at 2016, January 1st, and our last increment is October 16th, 2020. And we can see here how the price of our crypto changed over time. So we can see we had two big dips and then one large dip at the end. All right, next up, we can also as well change the type of plot. So for that, I'm just going to set pyplot.style.use. So this allows me to use a specific type of plot for my style. For example, I could use ggplot. There are several types of different styles. ggplot, look at this, it creates a graph here, and the color changed from blue to orange. This is just a bit easier for us to see because we have these lines at every increment. All right. As well, we can set a title and a label for the Y and X axes. Typically, you will want to have that all included whenever you're building a chart. We also have a legend at the top right. If you can see a very small legend, shows us what the orange line means. It means Y. And what was Y? Well, Y is that column here, that column of the value of the crypto. All right, so let's add here a title. So for the title, what I'm going to do is save the result of this, which will be my graph. Then I can call my graph, and I can use the setTitle function. I'll call this daily crypto prices versus the day. Then I'll hit run, and now we'll have a title. Typically, your title will be your Y-axis versus your X-axis. So let's also label the X and Y axes. So I'll take my graph and I'll use the function setXLabel, and I'm going to set the X label to be the date. Then if I rerun this code cell, it's just going to be more clear. Instead of DS, now we have date. As well, we can set the Y label with the function setYLabel. I'm going to set that to the crypto price. I'll hit rerun, and okay, there we go. Now we have our visualization. So this gives us a better idea of what our data set contains and what the trend in our data set is. It's a lot easier to understand the trend in data when you're working with a visualization rather than a spreadsheet or a table. All right, awesome. Now that we have our data loaded in and we have a better understanding of it, coming up next, we are going to start using Facebook Profit to build out a model and to predict future crypto prices using that model. So join me coming up in our next lecture.